Hi, I'm Robin from Robin Quilts, and today I'm going to show you how to make a magic wallet, which is a no-sew project. So here's a magic wallet, and that one's a little hard to see, but here's one that I made. And what you do is you put your dollar inside, you close it up, and then you open it and it moves behind the ribbon, and it stays there. Pull it out, put it in again, and it will move once again. So I had these as a kid, and they were always fun, and so this makes a great project that you can make to give money as a gift, or you could put a check in there and a check would move. So anyway, that's what we're going to do today. So first of all, we're going to go through the supplies that you need. The first thing you need is a fairly stiff board. And what I looked and looked, and what I came up with was mat board. It's what they use when they frame pictures. So you're going to need 4 pieces of mat board that are 6.5 inches by 3.25 inches. To cover the board, we're going to use fabric. And in this case, what you're going to need is fabric that's slightly larger than that mat board to start. So you're going to need a piece of fabric that is 4.25 by the width of fabric, and that will give you enough to cut 4 pieces that are 4.25 inches by 7.5 inches. In this case, I'm going to use 2 different fabrics, one for the inside and one for the outside. So I have 2 different fabrics, and I'm going to cut my pieces for it. The other thing that I'm going to need is a glue stick, and I love this glue stick. This is an Elmer's school glue stick. Perfect time of the year to get them. You can find them really inexpensive. This one is purple. It's a disappearing, and it will dry clear, but it's really easy to see when you're working with it. The other thing you're going to need is a really heavy-duty glue, and this is a spray glue. This one is Scotch Super 77, and you can find this at Michael's or Walmart or probably any number of places. But it stays really tacky for quite some time, which makes it really easy to work with. But when you finally adhere it, it makes a really strong hold, and you need a really strong hold. The last thing you're going to need is ribbon. You need about a yard of ribbon. I use 3/8 inch ribbon. And that ribbon you're going to take, and you're actually going to cut it into fourths so that you have 4 pieces. And I'm going to just do that real quick. You can see this is not rocket science. Just kind of make it into 4 pieces. So now we have our 4 pieces, we have our mat board, and we're all ready to go. First thing you're going to do is take a piece of mat board, and you're going to use a glue stick and adhere fabric to it. And the way that I do that is I simply put the glue, and you can see it's, maybe you can see it, it's purple, makes it easy to see. I fold my corners in first, and then I run some glue all along one side, and I simply roll it over and glue it in place. And then I'm going to do each end. And you get the idea. I'm going to do all 4 of those, and I'm going to be all ready to go. The next thing is I'm going to take the 2 pieces that are the inside. In this case, my inside is going to be lime green. I'm going to take one of them, and I'm going to mark it 1 inch in using my marker. You can see I managed to mark it wrong the first time, but it's going to be on the inside. You're never going to see it. So I just redrew my line, a 1 inch end. That's going to be the straight side of the ribbon. And then I'm going to take another piece and mark it in 1 3/4, and that will be my side that has the X. So we're going to start with the straight side. And I'm going to take a piece of ribbon. By the way, it's going to go together this way. So this is an outside edge, and this is an outside edge. So I'm going to start with the straight side. And I'm going to put my ribbon, and I'm going to, remember this glue is tacky, so I'm going to bring it in, and I'm going to glue it down right along the side of that line. This is the 1 inch side. I'm going to leave these free for right now. Now I'm going to do the X side. And the X side, once again, I'm only going to be gluing the outside edge to start. So here I am. This is my outside edge. I want to bring it right to where that 1 3/4 is, and I'm going to glue it in place. Only on the outside edge. Okay, so now I have these loose ends. I'm going to pull these together, and I want it nice and snug. So the straight one came from over here, is going to come straight across, trying to line it up again, and I'm going to glue it to the opposite side. And as you can see, it's a little long, so I'll snip that extra off. Same thing over here. I'm going to pull the straight edge straight across to the other side and glue it in place. With the X, it's going to do the same thing. It's going to go across to the opposite side. So it comes in. It's a little long. Did I mention before I did this? I don't think I did. The first thing you're going to do is take this outside and you're going to spray that glue that we bought, that tacky glue, and spray it on the whole underside. That's why this is sticking so well. I think I forgot to tell you that, but when it didn't stick, you'd figure it out pretty quick. Okay, so this is how it looks. And I can look at this and say, maybe I want to pull that a little tighter. Since this glue is just tacky, I can release it, make it a little snugger. I think that's a word, snugger. And I'm going to stick it on there. I then have the outside. Here's my outside piece. Once again, I've sprayed it. It's tacky. And I'm going to place it right down on top, lining up my edges. And since this is just tacky for a while, I'm able to move this around a little bit if I need to. And there it is. And I might futz with this a little bit and make it a little straighter. And then what I'm going to do, so I'm going to do this fairly carefully because this glue needs to set. But if I put that dollar in there, I don't want to tug too hard, but it actually works. And it's all together. If I need to make any adjustments, like this piece maybe needs to move over just a little bit, I can simply unstick this and move it over. But hey, it's a little magic wallet. I don't care if it's exactly straight. And there you have it, a finished magic wallet.